Hey guys, it's Erica. First off, I want to apologize if there's any background noise. My neighbor is getting their lanai fixed after the hurricane. So, of course, it just started right before I turned on the camera. So yesterday I was on social media and saw a post that prompted this video because it brought up to me one of the biggest distortions that I see in courtship, in romance, in relationships, and it has to do with boundaries. So I'll just read you what the post said before I continue. So the post says, my teenage nephew told me he asked a girl out and she turned him down. And I said, you know what to do now, right? And he said, I know, keep trying. And I said, no, leave her alone. She gave you an answer. He was shocked. No one had told him that before. And it says, teach your boys. And of course, this brought up a lot of mixed responses to that text. And I heard everything from like, oh, well, some girls play hard to get. And, sometimes the best relationships come from that and all this. And I, of course, I had to speak up. So I did. But I think it's an important message to send to young men, to boys, and even the grown-up men about this notion of pursuing the feminine. And we've all been sold a bill of goods with all the fairy tales and all the rom-coms and everything. But I think it's really important to understand boundaries in this situation. So, if somebody asks someone out and they say no, accept their answer. Pull back your energy. Continue to stay friends, continue to interact with them, but honor and respect their boundary. They are putting up a boundary. Now, if you are a female, or not a female, but if you are the one being pursued, because this isn't just a male-female thing, this is just a masculine feminine energy thing. If the distorted feminine energy, which is kind of the one who wants to be pursued, right? It's not gender. But if the distorted feminine says no, and she really actually wants to test the masculine and to test him to see, like she wants to feel pursued, then she needs to learn to communicate clearly. She needs to communicate authentically. There's so much of this conditioned for people to pursue and to, not, and this doesn't mean that you lay everything out there right off the bat. It just means if you're interested, accept the invitation. Don't play hard to get. I mean, this is all the distortions. It's interesting because this brought up for me years ago. I had a very serious relationship that ended pretty abruptly, actually. And then this guy continued. He decided he had made a mistake. He decided to try to win me back for years. And I had to put up a very strong boundary right away. After the breakup, I put a very strong boundary because he kept communicating to me. And I said, listen, please do not contact me again. It's too painful for me when you contact me. I would rather you respect my boundary and leave me alone. For the next better part of 3 years, long letters, things at the door on holidays, birthdays, and he genuinely and very heartfelt letters, but he genuinely felt that he was doing the romantic thing by pursuing me, even though I had said no. Because when I put up that boundary, for me, it was a no. I'm not going back. Uh-oh, here comes my cat. I need a boundary from my cat. But I think he genuinely didn't understand why I wasn't receiving that. And it was because he wasn't honoring my boundary. It was because it was assigned to me, this person does not respect my boundary. And, you know, I think he had been in other relationships where it was much more of the dramatic, like push pull, like break up and then passionately get back together. Like, I think that's really what he was accustomed to. But I wasn't playing that game. And for me, while he thought he was being romantic and pursuing, I mean, I could tell genuinely from his letters that it was like he just didn't get it, and he just like had all this love for me, and he made the biggest mistake of his life and all this stuff. And at the same time, I'm thinking I felt compassion for him, because that's a tough lesson to learn. It's like, listen, dude, you broke up with me out of the blue, and they're okay. But if you didn't want to break up with me, we should have had a long conversation about where you were at. But if you break up with me, you break up with me. Like that's it. So I think it's one of those things that both sides of the coin, the pursuer and the pursued, need to drop the BS and begin to come from a place of true authenticity. And so if you are a parent to not just boys, but boys and girls, this is a really important conversation to have, because it's the honorable thing. It is the proper thing. It is the energy of respect, chivalry, and romance to honor a boundary. Because guess what? Maybe she says no once, but down the road, if she's interested, or if there's a new door opening, you never know. But to constantly pursue and to not take no for an answer is not romantic. It is not romantic. In fact, it is very dishonoring to the person that has put up that boundary, given you the clear answer. And there you go. So anyway, I hope that I'm sure this may not be necessarily the most popular video, but it's an important conversation to have, especially with the young, with your kids, especially with your teenage children, because so much has been warped along these lines, and they don't know any different. So it is up to us to show them a better way. So guys, I hope you like this video. If you do like it, give it a thumbs up. It helps other people find the channel. And until next time, bye.